Hello, everyone. I'm really excited. I was about to say like happy, and then I was like, y'all, it's Tuesday, but doesn't matter when you're watching this. So I am happy for us to be back together. I'm Keela Fowler, founder and CEO of 85 Beauty. And at 85 Beauty, we are a makeup education company. We talk about how makeup can feel easy and accessible. And I have been going live this week to tell you about some specific ways that you can make that happen in your life. Specifically, though, we have a big promotion happening right now. Makeup Tune Up is open. It is my program that helps you create 3 makeup outfits, meaning like makeup looks, so that you can get out of your makeup rut. A lot of us do our makeup the same way that we first learned how to forever and ever and ever and ever. And then we wonder why we suddenly just don't feel in alignment with how we want to look when we look in the mirror. So that is what Makeup Tune Up is all about. I really think that you should check out the page. Take a look. Let us know if it's something that you're interested in. DM me so that I can talk to you and help you figure out if it's right for you. I've just put the link for it in the comments. And tonight we are talking about owning your values. So on Friday of last week, I hosted a workshop called 6 Steps to Take the Guesswork Out of Makeup. Y'all, Makeup Tune Up is all about taking the guesswork out of makeup. So this is one of the pillars of the program, and we spend a week on this and we talk through it, and I give you a specific tool to help figure out what are the things that matter to you when it comes to makeup, because a lot of us don't know. We don't have the answer to that question. And that's pretty problematic. When we don't know what matters most to us in our makeup, we are shooting in the dark, and we are not going to get the results that we want. We are not going to have products in our makeup bag that are going to help us and give us the finished result we're looking for. It leads to a lot of disappointment. So when I say own your values, here's what I'm talking about. I told a little story earlier on Instagram, if you follow me at Keela Fowler. And in my stories, I was talking about something that happened today. So I was on Zoom. I've been on Zoom all day. I was on Zoom, and you know how it's basically like looking in the mirror all the time. Side note, I love looking in the mirror. I always have. Even as a little kid, I was always like staring at myself. Take that for what you will. I don't know. I just like to see how I look. So looking at Zoom, being on Zoom with your cameras on, it's kind of like looking in the mirror all day. And as I was looking, I was like, wow, I look like mom, which happens because, for one, she's my mother biologically, but also because I in the family, in my like nuclear family, I'm known as the chameleon. I kind of shift and look a little bit more like one person or the other day to day. So sometimes I might look more like my dad, I might look more like my grandma, I might look more like different people in my family. And so today I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like, or looking in the Zoom camera, and I'm like, wow, I look like mom. Here's the thing, that brings me a lot of like happiness and joy, but also sometimes sadness because my mom passed away 2 years ago. And I'm looking at myself and I'm like, this is kind of hard. So I'm looking at myself and thinking, that's not how I want to feel, right? I'm getting a little like teared up right now thinking about it because I was like, I don't want to feel emotional right now. I don't want to feel like sad thinking about missing my mom. And here's what was fascinating. I could have, in that moment, turned off my camera and just decided that I'm not going to look at myself and no one else is going to see me. But that's not real life, right? This pandemic is going to be over eventually. You're going to have to go out into the world and people are going to see you. And you cannot hit the stop camera button on your life. You have to be present. You have to show up. That's just the way this thing works. So all I could think was like, oh, I'm literally analyzing my face. And I'm going, okay, well, like what is it? What did I do today? It's not necessarily that I did anything, but I'm a makeup artist. So I'm like, okay, what is it about my makeup that is like channeling Angela Fowler vibes right now? And I finally thought, I need to do something that she wouldn't do. I need to wear a red lip. And that's why I'm wearing red lipstick today. I started off wearing like a beige gloss and felt real good about myself. Not that I didn't feel good about myself later in the day when I saw myself on Zoom. It was that I wanted to feel in control. I wanted to feel powerful. I wanted to feel like present and ready to show up. So I changed my lip color. And instantly I was like, that's Keela Fowler. I wear a red lip. My mom never wore red lipstick, but I often do. And so it got me back in the driver's seat of my life and back in the driver's seat of how I wanted to look in the camera or in the mirror. And every time I saw myself later in the day, I was like, there she is. And I felt more confident and I felt calmer. And while, of course, I still kind of feel like my mom gives me little winks throughout the day sometimes, like that was a little mom wink and that was really sweet, I felt better. This is what makeup can do. So when I say own your values, you need to ask yourself, how do you want to feel? How do you want to feel in your day? Believe it or not, makeup can help you get there. It truly can. And the way that you have to do that, though, is you have to know what are the things that are important to you. If you decide, depending on what the circumstance is, right? Let's say you want to feel hot. Let's say you have a date and you're like, I want to feel hot. I want to feel like sexy, put like, ooh, spicy girl, right? Say that's your feeling. You may not want to do like just a little coat of mascara. That may not do it for you. You might need a little more. Maybe you're like, ooh, my pink lipstick is what's going to do that for me. Or maybe you're like, when I put on some bronzer, that gets me in that feeling. Whatever that thing is that gets you there, whatever that makeup technique or that particular look is, it can get you there. And you know it because you feel it, right? You look in the mirror and you're like, yeah, girl, we're doing it. It feels really, really good. But that may be important to you. Someone else who's going on a date may not want to feel hot. Maybe they want to feel put together or approachable. That may be a very different makeup look that person goes for, and that's okay. You don't have to want to feel the same way as somebody else because you're walking through life doing some of the same things. But if you approach your makeup without knowing your own values, what you are going for, how you want to feel, you can have a misstep. And you can end up looking in the mirror and going like, "Oh, that's a lot. I like that. Ooh, that's not really what I was after." And then you feel disconnected the rest of the day. Now, I thankfully knew exactly what to change after I did a little analysis in the mirror. And I was like, okay, it's not the eyes, it's not really the blush. Okay, let's change the lip. I don't expect everyone to know how to do that, but I do. So in Makeup Tune Up, I actually help you create, meaning I create it, but we do it together, right? Like you and I, we have lots of conversation. We figure out your needs, we figure out your values, and then we craft makeup looks that are going to match that so that you can swap it out similar to outfits in your closet. You have those go-to outfits that you're like, when I want to feel really put together for a meeting or a presentation, you probably have that outfit that you're like, that's the one. That's the one that's going to make me feel confident and in charge. And maybe if you do have a date night, you're like, that's the dress, or like, that's the outfit that I wear. When I am unsure, when things are like, oh gosh, I still have to do the laundry, you're like, but that one outfit, that's my go-to. I want you to have that with makeup, and that's what we do in Makeup Tune Up. When you skip this step, I just want you to know. When you don't do this, when you don't know what your values are, you're going to keep looking in the mirror and not recognizing the person looking back at you. It happens. And if you are listening to this right now and thinking, yeah, that's me, send me a DM so that we can talk about it and I can help you. If Makeup Tune Up isn't right for you right now, or it's not the right thing that you're needing right now, I can still help you with makeup. I can still get you the technique. We can talk about colors. I can get you on your path. You might actually just want to go ahead and take Secret Makeup Handbook, which is my signature video program that also that like tells you the basics, right? Like all of the knowledge, like foundational knowledge you need to know, okay, this is why foundation is so hard. Here's how I can color correct, like I can color match myself. This is why blush is so confusing. Here are the colors I should use. This is the eyeshadow that will work for me every single time without fail. Secret Makeup Handbook may be the perfect spot for you to get started. And then you can come into Makeup Tune-Up the next time that it's available. But speaking of availability, we have limited seats and they're filling. So if you are on the fence and you're like, oh, I think I need to do this, let's have a conversation. I'm here to help you. I want you to make the choice that feels right for you, but I also don't want you to miss out because the doors are going to be closing at the end of the week. So owning your values is a crucial part of having a successful makeup day every single day. And you deserve to have that. So, as I said, you can DM me here on Facebook. You can DM me on Instagram at Keila Fowler. You can find me in all the places or send me an email, hello@85beauty.com. Can't wait to hear from you. And as always, stay fabulous. Bye, y'all.